Lisa, I also thank you for everything, and thank you to the coaches, and especially my coach Leanne for being so diligent and praying over me. I believe that my steps are purposefully directed, and it wasn't by accident that I came here. I met Lisa in like a leadership training program, and so that's how I got connected with her. And she told me about this ministry. I didn't really know what I was getting into or what it was, but when I showed up, I was really happy that I did, and I was able to meet new sisters and have that fellowship every week. So it really had a strong impact on me. And there's two big categories that I broke this up into, and how Women Warriors has really impacted me. And so the first was suspending judgment. And I was watching an interview with someone. He had a really great quote that I pulled out. And he said that when other people do us wrong, we want the maximum punishment for that person. But when we do wrong, we want the maximum amount of understanding and forgiveness. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that is totally me. And that's what God was really dealing with me on, was suspending judgment. And I had to go through some things, and one of it was actually being in a predicament where I felt like I was the person that had did some not so good things. But actually, I wasn't expecting the maximum amount of forgiveness and understanding. I was actually expecting condemnation and, for this situation, for me to look really bad. But the person that I was dealing with did not feel that way at all. They had a lot of grace on me, and I saw that as a manifestation of God's grace and how He loves me despite of whatever it is that I'm doing. And I brought that to Warriors Women one week, and Lisa said, I feel like you need prayer about something, and I opened up to the women, and they all prayed for me, and they all came up and gave me positive words of encouragement that really spoke into me, and that really changed my heart on how I look at myself and receiving grace, but also suspending judgment for other people as well, and being really quick to do that, and being a follower of Christ and showing love and not expecting the maximum amount of punishment and unforgiveness for other people as well. And so letting go of soul ties, letting go of things that I felt were done wrong towards me, because everybody sins, but God was really telling me, like, this is my love is for everybody. My love is it's for you, and it's for everybody else. So the same way I forgive you, I'm forgiving everybody else. And so the second big thing was stronger prayer. So I do pray daily, but not for an hour, and that really pushed me to think critically about what I'm praying for, how I structure my prayer, and praying for other people. So in the beginning, I really started off praying for other people without really what I wanted, but it shifted into praying. And so during that time, I was able to pray for a coworker who was going through something, and she got a breakthrough, and praying for my mother-in-law who was on the brink of getting breast cancer. And she's free, like she didn't have but my prayer, I became a prayer warrior through Women's Warrior, and being straight and seeing the other women pray and speak in tongues and speak over me, and that actually increased like my prayer warriorism. So I think
is a warrior.
So I think Lisa said one day, she said, as a warrior, if you're trying to, tell the devil to get back, are you gonna say like, get back, or are you gonna like say like get back, with the warrior spirit? And so that really spoke to me. And so when I would go into my prayer closet, just really being a warrior in that way. And so especially for my mother-in-law, she went in for her MRI. And I said, and I prayed with her over the phone, and I casted that breast cancer out into the sea. I said, you're gonna, like Jesus casted it out into the pigs, they went into the sea. And I casted that breast cancer out, and I said, you're gonna come back and have a good report. And she called on Tuesday and had a good report. Amen. It's gone, not there. And in turn, that increased her faith. Because she, my husband and his family, they grew up Catholic. So that just seeing how I prayed and being there with her, that actually increased her faith in a different kind of way. So I was really happy about that. And the last thing in closing, when we fasted during Women's Warriors, one of the things that we had to fast from was social media, which was really good for me. And when I got off social media, God was really speaking to me about that area specifically. And he told me that I could not go and do his will in the word if I'm being a fake advocate on the internet. Right?
Amen.
So if there's issues that I'm passionate about, whether it be a social injustice or just something I'm interested in, if I just am typing about it, that's not the same as being a real advocate in real life, in the world. So God was saying I need to get off the computer and I need to be present. And so when I was fasting from social media, I started volunteering more, and I would do a lot of work at Meals on Wheels. And I started working with some of the older people there. And I'm also about to start volunteering at the battered women's shelter. Because these are issues that I was already passionate about, but I was just like speaking about it on the internet, which wasn't like the value, wasn't the same as me being present and being out. So that was another impact of this question. So I'm very thankful and grateful to have met my new sisters. I'm thankful for you, Lisa, and my coach, and thank you for all your prayers and just being such a strong support system.
Amen.